Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. Right, so uh let's talk a bit about Alliance War rewards, what has happened, what will happen, and perhaps most importantly exactly what went wrong after the point Kabam tried to fix the season scores. And it's actually kind of funny, at least I find it kind of funny, because it's kind of clear that whoever was in charge or involved in amending these scores either doesn't have too friendly relationship with math or has no understanding on how season scores work, because player base does, and some people who were paying more close attention to the changes in the season scores before the 10th war, after the 10th war, and things like that actually figured out exactly what happened. And that's part of the reason for making this video, because again, I find it quite amusing. So, as most of you know, then typically in Alliance War, there are three kind of major factors that are involved in getting points for the season. You have your base score, which is how many attacker bonuses you get, and whether you had full diversity and all that stuff. Basically, that kind of determines which alliance wins. Then, after the base score, winning team gets given a 30k bonus, and roughly all of those points add up together to about 190,000. And then is when the multiplier gets added. So one war roughly, again, effectively adds about 1.5 million to your season score. So after, let's say, 3 wars, you should be there about 4.5 million if you won, or you should be, somewhere less at 4.2 million or something, 4.3 million if you didn't win one of those wars. But that's kind of the point. Like, you get million plus points up to like about 1.5 million per each war in the season, and that's where your season scores come from. What Kabam did, and apparently it took them days upon days, is they actually only took away the 160,000, which is the base score. So they did not factor in which alliances won and which ones didn't. And most importantly, they also did not factor in the multiplier. So that effectively meant, obviously, any alliance that still played War 10 seriously and won the war got awarded approximately 1.5 million points. And out of those 1.5 million points, only 160k got taken away. So you still ended up with majority of the points for the War 10, which is the reason why all of these things got mixed up as much as they did. So I wanted to put that out there, because I think it is important that the player base also understands how unexcusably stupid some of these mistakes are, and maybe that's a bit harsh. I think it's important that the player base understands how human these errors are. Because once it's laid out like this, it seems like such an easy thing, right? Take away the points. Or even if it wasn't, I don't imagine it's a hard thing to take a snapshot score of every alliance after War 9, take a snapshot score after, and work with that. Either way, this was the cause for the error, and that's why the rankings are all over the place. Now, on top of that, obviously, there were some alliances that got docked down into oblivion, and that is a good thing. Let me make that perfectly clear. The more docks happen, the more it dissuades people from doing nasty things. And, ideally, hopefully, we at some point get to a point where, no alliances ever get docked. But meanwhile, as long as they are breaking terms of service, I think it's a very good thing that some alliances, well, the alliances that do get docked. It is a bit longer discussion than that, because of the individual situations, but still, overall, I think Doc's coming back for the last couple of seasons definitely is a good change. Moving on now. Kabam Max Post. The team's looking into this. We're not going to take any rewards away from anybody, and we'll be working to ensure that anybody that missed out on any rewards because of this mistake will get rewards they should have. I've been sitting on this to get more info, but I think it's important to get out now. I'm trying to confirm how this affects summoners changing alliance, but I don't have that info yet. And then later on he edits, we have confirmed that summoners are free to change alliances now, and any compensation we have to make will still reach them. So that's the good thing, that you are free to move up alliances and you will not be missing out on whatever Kabam ends up sending after, which is going to likely be the difference. So as scuffy this entire situation is, and annoyances, inconveniences, and being pissed off at Kabam put aside, realistically looking at material value, then pretty much everybody is a winner. Because either you got the rewards that you were meant to have, and you had to fight 3 wars less, which is a good thing. Say potions boost and stuff. Or you got better rewards than you were gonna get because of Kabam's mistake, and you're allowed to keep those better rewards, and you had to fight 3 wars less, which is a good thing. Or you got temporarily shafted by Kabam, but you still got to fight 3 wars less, and those rewards corrections will come, reach you, and you'll get what you deserved anyway. So that obviously means that there's one group of summoners who are benefiting from this more than the other two. Because even though all of us could save some resources and boosts by not having to kind of like fully boost, heal up, and take the last war seriously, 2 of the groups end up with the rewards that they actually earned and were meant to get, which is kind of like fair and square. However, there will be one group of players that got better rewards. But again, I don't think there is a single possible solution to kind of appease everybody. And that is currently the situation with Alliance War. On top of that, there is a season 30 announcement, I think. Season 31, that I am going to break down in my next video on the channel. And we're going to be going through some of the node changes and things like that. So, important part of it, however, is that they are increasing the off-season by another 2 weeks. That means that we're going to have an entire month now with no war. Because this is the time, today is the day when off-season was meant to start. And that means that the next season is going to start at some point early in January. Which, you know, is great news for a lot of people, because doing Alliance War at Christmas or New Year's might not be the most convenient thing. So there you go. Off-season is going to be 4 weeks now, starting this point, and we're going to get back to Alliance War. I believe it's probably going to turn out to be something like 5th of January. So that's when Alliance War Season 31 starts, but we're going to get to that in the next video, where I am going to break down everything about changes to Alliance War and stuff. Right, that is about it. I don't want to keep you guys any longer than necessary, but I did want to make sure that people actually know the error that was made. And I do find it funny. I do find it funny because if indeed somebody has to go through alliance by alliance, that means that somebody spent hours upon hours upon hours, you know, either in Excel or doing whatever, doing some sort of math. And every single bit of that time spent going through alliance by alliance and adjusting the scores was based on a fundamentally critical oversight, and then made that entire escapade completely useless. Situation would have been exactly the same if they just didn't deduct anything, pretty much. So, I don't know. I just find things like that sometimes amusing, which kind of shows that, you know, big multi-million company, well, let's face it, they probably had some intern on work experience program sit down for like 3 days on Red Bull and slowly going Excel sheet by Excel sheet changing the scores or something. But unfortunately, whoever did it clearly didn't have full understanding of how the scores are calculated. But hey, all good. Let me know what you guys think about that. And I'm going to catch you guys soon. See ya. Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the next month's